Temporary, bro. इसका कौन हैंडल करता?
Greetings to the honored guests, professors, and all my dear friends. I am Bhavani with my co-anchor Hassan are here to extend a warm and cordial welcome to the most ecstatic and appealing event, which is the third annual ceremony and investor ceremony of Iucee-Ewb Hitam Student Chapter. Before starting the event, I would like to extend my hearty investor ceremony of Iucee-Ewb Hitam Student Chapter. Before starting the event, I would like to extend my hearty welcome to our guest of the event, Director of Iucee-Ewb, Ms. Sampada Pachauri ma'am, our Principal, Dr. P. Rajesh Kumar sir, and Dean IIIC, Dr. Sugandha Singh ma'am.
Indian culture has many faces to life. Indian culture has many faces to life. It understands the intellectual and social aspects of every human being. It also considers the aesthetic instinct and spiritual impulses of human beings. God must be praised with the voice, and the heart should go there with holy exaltation. The songs of worship are born from a life of worship. No program can be started without remembering the Almighty, the Creator of the whole universe.
Like every other auspicious event, we will start the event by offering prayers to Lord Ganesha, a god who gives us rainbow for every storm and smile for every tear. Now I request our chief guest, Dr. Sampada ma'am, Principal Dr. P. Rajesh Kumar sir, Sugandha ma'am, Santosh sir, to come onto the dais for light lamping and worship ceremony. I request Arvind sir to come onto the dais.
Also, I invite director and register onto the dais. Onto the dais.
Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone.
Now we will for our prayers to Ma Saraswati with a nice song. So for that, I would like to call upon Amukta for worshiping the Lord Saraswati.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धावणा या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता या वीणावर दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. Lots of potential with superpower. All have been mesmerized by such an emotion and soothing song. Thank you for presenting us. Hassan, do you know what engineering is called?
Yeah, engineers like to solve problems and perfection is achieved. Not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away.
Absolutely right. Engineers are problem solvers, designers, calculators, and whatnot. Absolutely right. Engineers are problem solvers, designers, calculators, and whatnot. As an engineer, we are going to be in a position to change the world.
We can proudly state that over the past 3 years, the Iucee-Ewb Hitam student chapter has prepared a number of engineers who have diligently worked to improve people's quality of life and have attained the status of perfect engineers.
On to go, leadership is not a position. On to go, leadership is not a position or a title.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Iucee-Ewb Hitam annual ceremony. In the beginning, I would like to sincerely thank Sampada Madam for taking lot of pains for coming down to our institute. I think you are visiting first time to any engineering institute located in Hyderabad. We are very much thankful to you, madam. At the same time, I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Sugandha madam for making this arrangement as grand successful, and also Mr. Santosh Naik and Mr. SNS Santosh, team of Iucee members, especially EWB members, for making all these arrangements for this annual ceremony. And also, we are very fortunate to have our Director Academics, Dr. Ramohan sir, with us today, and Dean Academics, Dr. S. Arvind sir, and Registrar Colonel Subramanian Garu with us for this annual ceremony. I once again welcome all of you for this first ever event which is being conducted in a grand manner at our institute. I would like to throw a small light on our institute profile for the providing information to Sampada Madam. Madam, our institute was started in the year 2001 by Arugla Prashant Garu, with like-minded people. He established Royal Education Society. It was in Medak in the year 2001. In 2007, it has been moved to this particular place. After that, it has got lot of achievements. Now we are having all the eligible departments with NBA accreditation, and the institute has NAC accredited institute with A plus, and we are striving to become prominent institute for emerging technologies in artificial intelligence and machine learning, IoT, data science, and cyber security. For that, we are exploring possibilities to establish collaboration with the industry located in Hyderabad and surrounding places. We are very fortunate to have a great management, great vision for, for the cause of students' development at this region. With these few remarks, I would like to hand over the mic to the organizers. Thank you for the given opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir.
Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. I would like to invite Dr. Sugandha Singh, Dean IIIC Hitam, to please come onto the dais and speak a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are enjoying the event. First thing is EWB. For this event, especially to organize as an annual event, I wish to thank Sampada ma'am to making it possible all the way to come down here and making an arrangement despite her son was here after so long, and she made it possible to come. Thank you, ma'am. Now for the engineers EWB, basically how this chapter has been established and what is the purpose of this chapter is. What the engineers want, you are all here for becoming an engineer, right? So what the engineers want? Autonomy of their ideas, get the problem, create the problem, solve the problem. Correct? Right? In addition to this, if you have the communication skills and the leadership qualities, engineer can survive and grow up like anything. Now all these forums are available in front of you when EWB Hitam chapter, Iucee-Ewb Hitam chapter is working for you. Right? So I request every of the student, outgoing team has done a tremendous job. They have organized different activities, they have organized different competitions, participated into the different competitions, and I must thank Principal Sir and Dean Academics for making them arrangements for the attendance and their syllabus coverage so that the students can participate in all these activities. For the upcoming team, yes, I have a high hope because the previous team has set up one benchmark. So that benchmark has to be achieved, and we have to go 2 steps ahead of it. The coordination that previous team was having, that was really nice. I'm really happy with that. And the same coordination and the same qualities, I wish that you pass on to the next team. With that, I welcome you all, and I thank everybody to making yourself available for this event. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your golden words. It's an honor to hear from you.
Great leaders create more leaders, not followers. Now I proudly invite one great leader who has created many leaders like her. Our guest of honor, Miss Sampada Pachauri ma'am. She is currently serving as a director of Iucee-Ewb. She plays a prominent role in an organizational affairs of Iucee-Ewb with a focus of linkage to existing programs of MHRD, AICTE, UGC, and various other bodies where Iucee-Ewb has a potential to fill the gaps for the engineering colleges in India. She works closely with the students community to empower them with the tools to grow and make a mark in the engineering and beyond.
She has traveled extensively all over India and understands that the issues deep-rooted in the engineering education systems that inhibit workforce readiness for global needs. She has dedicated the rest of her life to enabling the changes at the grassroots level on the platform of Iucee-Ewb. She is also a fitness and sports enthusiast and an amateur long distance endurance cyclist riding across cities and mountains.
Yes, with a big round of applause, let's invite our guest of honor, Miss Sampada Pachori.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. So it is actually a privilege. This is definitely not the first college in Hyderabad that I have visited, but this is the first most energetic college in Hyderabad that I am visiting. And that is because of the management team and the fact that you have a great event that you have organized and you invited me to be part of that. So I'm honored. Thank you for this invitation and giving me this chance. I was dying to see my kids. So in IUC, in the leadership team, they call me IUC mom. Because that is how the relationship builds up. And I can't express how much I'm dying to see Saeed Majidullah also. You know, it is a learning experience for me. And as I learn, I'm sure you all are learning too, right? Learning never ends, right? So, and I have started to learn more when I gave birth to my babies. And as they grew, I grew. As they learned, I learned. IUC is a platform like a kindergarten or a very, very safe place where you can learn to walk, fail, fall, get up again, do better, and then walk further ahead. And that is exactly what I would leave as a message for you all. Sometimes the tangible benefits cloud our preferences and priorities in life. And they are important. There is no denying tangible benefits because they give us the reason to pursue, especially when we are feeling dejected or when we feel that, oh, whether am I doing something right or not? So tangible benefits have their own place. But it is the intangible benefits sometimes which take you long. And I'm going to tell you about cycling as a case because that's where I solved a lot of my problems. My background comes from semiconductor. I took a degree in engineering. I worked in engineering for almost 2 decades of my life. And I've solved a lot of problems in the industry while working on projects where the chances to fail were very limited because everything was driven by time and time was money in billions or millions of dollars, right? So the chance that you get to fail and to cause disasters or blunders is very little. The price that you pay for a disaster is very high. So you have to be your best. And how do you become your best? Practice, of course. But let me tell you, the actual life lessons for that began to show up. I would make sense of those learnings and the attitude to keep on trying to be best when I started cycling. Let me tell you something. Cycling is not a team sport, right? So we don't develop teamwork or team abilities in cycling, right? It's a very individualistic thing. You only become better than yourself a day before, right? You don't know how to deal with a group of people. Those skills you don't get by cycling. But cycling allows you to be with yourself, right? And you're continuously thinking because you get bored, right? You can see the plants, you can see the dogs, you can see the terrain, you can see the beautiful nature out there, but you're thinking continuously. When you're thinking continuously, that's like meditation for some people. And that's when you begin to assess what you have done, how you did, and how you could do better. The fact that you grow each day, today you do 25 kilometers, tomorrow you say, okay, I'm going to aim 50 kilometers. When you've done 50 kilometers a few times, you know, okay, 50 comes easy to me. I'm able to handle 50, I can come back home, do a lot of things. Then you aim 75 kilometers and so on and so forth, right? So the more you cycle, so there's a way we call it, we say the number of kilometers you put in your legs that many kilometers the legs will give you back. So tomorrow, if you suddenly aim for 600, how do you get the confidence that you can do 600? You get the confidence to do 600 because you have done several 200s and you have understood how your body reacts and responds. Now apply the same thing to yourself in the industry. Imagine yourself, you are in an industry setup. You are given a project, right? So when you start fresh from college, when you go into the industry, the team members will give you simpler problems. They will put you in a project where even if you make mistakes, there is no big damage to what the project needs to be secured. Okay? So they'll give you simpler areas to do. They will supervise your work. Maybe weekly you will have a meeting where you will showcase what you have done. And then, as you have done this for 2-3 years, you become master of what you have done. You get more confidence into what you have already been doing. And each day you will not realize you have been given a problem which is a little more complex than what you did. That confidence to solve the problem, to learn a bit more, comes by practice, right? So, the thing is, there are two things happening here. One, you are progressing each day and gaining confidence. Two, you are exploring new avenues. You are polishing your skills. Your skills begin from the day one you enter the industry, but they become sharper and sharper each day you are in the industry. One thing that you don't realize, which happens here, is that you break out of your comfort zone. When you break out of your comfort zone, you grow. Every single time you allow disruption in your daily habit, every single time you break out of your comfort zone, you grow. So embrace anything which is disruptive, embrace anything which allows you to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and you will run a race which is much longer and much larger than your race today. Okay? There's a slogan that we have on the back of our jerseys, on our cycling jerseys that we have. It's a customized jersey, and we have a slogan back there. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay? Use this mantra for yourself in college also. Every single day, don't get into the tendency that this is an easy subject, this is an easy project, this is an easy topic, and I'm going to stick with this. I'm happy doing this because this allows me to show my best. Allow yourself to be a bit uncomfortable each day. And next day, it would have become your comfort spot. Then another, then another, then another. The last message I want to give you all, I don't know how much time I have. The last message I want to give you all is be masters of your own destiny. From the moment we are born, somehow it is our parents or our elders who tell us what to do and how to do, right? So we become very accustomed to the idea of somebody giving us instructions. This, eat this is good, do this is good, learn this is good, this is going to give you a bright future. And we think that that's the way to be, right? Somebody will come and tell me what to do. Somebody will tell me, 6 a.m., get up, get ready, go to school. Somebody will tell me, this is your last day to submit assignment. Okay, today I'll finish my assignment and upload it. But see if you can take charge of yourself, right? Make your own destiny by your own initiative. Own yourself. Good or bad, right or wrong. Be very, very honest with yourself. Take ownership of anything that you are deciding to do and make sure that you do it well for your own self-satisfaction and standards. It will meet the standards of your faculty members, it will meet the standards of your parents and our industry leaders, but does it meet your own satisfaction standards? Do you feel you have worked hard? Do you feel you have earned this glory because you did it for yourself more than anybody else? Take ownership. In Iucee student chapter, we actually do not give you a very rigid parameter, this is what you have to do, right? We actually set you free. We say you take initiative, you come forward, you decide what you the new team of IUC student chapter decides that next year we are only going to do a lot of sports. Go ahead, do it. Make sure that you do it well. What we focus upon is whatever you take up, you know how to execute it, you learn how to execute it, you learn how to deliver it, you stick to your words and your plans. Irrespective of whether it is a cyclothon or whether it is a hackathon, whether you are creating a data science project or whether you are creating a fitness project. That doesn't matter to me. That doesn't matter to IUC. What matters is, are you doing it by your own plan? Are you able to stick to your own commitment? Are you able to deliver what you decided to deliver? Are you able to work together as a team? Are you able to understand how it be done and how does it affect others, right? And you don't make it an individualistic contribution. You are able to see what others can do. You are able to create a team of people who can each bring value to that activity. That's all. If you have learned this and if you keep on doing this repeatedly, second year, third year, final year, by the time you enter the industry, you would have already learned skills which you would have otherwise gone into the industry and learned in the first 4 or 5 years of your time there. If you already make a headway into the industry, you would have a great advantage. And you will not know it today. You will know it only when you have spent 2 years in the industry. That's when things will begin to make sense. Oh yeah, this is what I did back then in college, which is what is helping me today. Right? And one more thing I need to say. I was thinking I should say this in the morning. 60 seconds more. Never fail to recognize your faculty members' efforts. Remember, they are also coming from the system that you are part of. And they are actually doing a double effort. They are actually running a double marathon. They have learned to do what they are doing today from their background, and they are learning to do more than what they were expected to deliver 20 years